The Helsinki International Horse Show was from Wednesday the 23rd to tomorrow, Sunday the 27th. Why not watch now? Without further ado, let's get into Supernatural Saturday. As I'm learning myth horses of Roblox Horse Life, I've learned about the Peryton. It is a creature with the body of a deer and the wings and head of a bird, often casting human shadows. Wow, this rain bird is actually a predator. However, unlike a kelpie, which uses more quote unquote passive methods to get prey, IG pretending horse so that horse lovers ride it. The kelpie, once mounted, is so fucking inescapable. By the way, a Peryton combines the horns and facial expression of a stag and the makeup of an eagle. A colossal one. You'd expect its shadow to be fucking massive, but it's usually the shadow of a human. And it's after the heart. Why the fuck? Also, once it has locked onto its prey, the Peryton will not stop. They will not stop hunting the exact same thing until they die or the prey dies. I wouldn't want to be hunted by some flying bastard for 15 and a fourth years. Would simple tasks be dangerous? Taking a leisurely walk with a Peryton stalking you? Impossible. Even sleeping isn't safe. I mean, at least you could prepare for a kelpie with, I don't know, an O2 mask or some protective shit. I'd rather be carried by a rock that hunts like an alien Norris falcon. Who the fuck wants their soul evicted? You can instantly die with heart loss. Griffin attacks are mostly defensive. Better than the fucking Peryton, though. And the rocks. I've heard about them from My Little Pony's Molt Down episode. Still better than a fucking Peryton. At least it's hunting like a normal raptor would. You know them. They're twisted and depraved magical creatures that appear to be a cross between a giant eagle and a demonic-looking fang-toothed stag. They were known and feared for tearing the beating hearts from their victims' chests. Honestly, holy shit. A Peryton's body was 7 feet and 2 meters long and 5 feet tall. It was similar to that of a giant eagle with dark green or gray-green feathers. Its head, however, was covered in blue, black, or purple hair that was roughly shape of a deer's. Its maw was full of jagged fangs, and its talons were as sharp as razors. On the top of its head was a set of extremely sharp and strong antlers, which were hard as steel and jet black in color. A male had light blue chest feathers, while the females were pale brown. A Peryton's eyes glowed or glittered and were an orange-red color. Whatever fell magic created Perytons granted them a deceptively strong hide that was nearly impervious to anything except magical weapons. Perytons reportedly smelled like humans, although others said the smell was indescribable and immediately triggered a sense of dread. Why? Fucking why? Unlike the eagles they resembled, Perytons did not glide at high altitudes. They preferred darting close to the ground. These were conflicting tales about their maneuverability on the wing. Some said they were pretty ass at flying. Some of them could fly so great that they would turn at a right angle at full speed. And although they might appear relaxed, they were ready for their prey. They usually consist of humanoids and elves. They could understand common languages, but they could not speak. Dungeons and Dragons type shit. Like, don't ask me. They were kind of unhappy creatures. They hated their own existence. Bro, we got a self-deprecator. We have self-deprecation over here. Help us. Now, the Peritons preferred living in temperate climates, like in forests, mountains, and hills. They can also survive in colder environments, much like the Rock, who basically has a summer and winter version of themselves from other dimensions. Now, there are many species of rocks. If you get the joke. ROCS. Rocks. Gargantuan birds of prey that inhabited the highest mountains in warm and subtropical regions. As large as these great birds were, they paled in both size and ferocity to the mighty Zakhotan rocks. So, rocks were massive avians with feathers that were normally either dark brown or golden in color, although rare black, red, or white rocks were sometimes reported. From the head to the base of the tail, rocks were a minimum of 30 feet long and as much as 60 feet. Their wingspans were a staggering 80 to 120 feet. Sometimes they can get up to 200, and rocks weighed about 8,000 pounds. Rocks hunted and attacked by swooping down from the sky with talons outstretched to snatch and carry off their prey. A single rock would be hunting and therefore willing to try and take any suitably sized creature. But a pair of rocks would act in concert and fight to the death to defend the nest and eggs and or hatchlings. They were massive birds of prey that were known to carry off very large prey, including cattle and horses, of course. I mean, it's 8,000 fucking pounds. And even elephants. If the rock is a feathered adversary that can carry 10k pound, motherfucker. A rock's lair was a vast nest of trees, branches, and the like. Its treasure was strewn about, for the creature did not place any value upon it. The egg was large, green, and spotted. Rocks were usually solitary, but sometimes found in mated pairs. They often guarded the nests of simurgs until they were mature. Rocks were also tamed by giants. Sometimes they are even rideable. They're commonly used with their feathers in manufacturing feather tokens and brooms of flying. They were found in the utter east, making their nests in the Serpent Valley, wet mountains, and even underground in the realm of fire. Don't ask me, this is D&D type shit. Their nests could hold treasure from past victims, and if one dared brave the parent and hatchling. Even the hatchling, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck? And I need to tell you about the Zakhotan rock. Oh my god, there are so many species. The Great Rock, the Two-Headed Rock, they were monstrous raptors found in the land of fate. Even larger than their northern cousins. This is a southern bird, bro. There are 3 variations: the common rock, the great rock, and the two-headed rock. The great and two-headed spoke Midani, as well as their own language. How can these birds talk? How? Zakaran rocks were beautiful creatures decorated with colorful plumage. Wings were usually a shade of green or gold. Females had a brilliantly white chest. Their massive beaks ranged in color from ivory to bronze. The color of a Zakaran rock's wingtip feathers was used to differentiate between the three rock species. Aside from nothing, the obvious extra head that the two-headed rocks possessed. Common rocks had crimson-colored wingtip feathers, azure feathers that indicated a great rock. Two-headed rocks had jet black wingtip feathers. Furthermore, the color of the crest on the males of all Zakaran rock species matched their wingtip feathers. Tales existed of adventurers having witnessed pure white, black, and red rocks. If these creatures existed, they were certainly rare. Zakaran rocks fought in order to feed or to protect its nest. When faced with an opponent of equal size, it used its great aerial speed to its advantage. And these rocks used their impressive vision to soar at great heights and spot potential targets beneath them. Uh, uh, Their eyesight was capable of penetrating fog, dust, storms, shallow water. They could execute lightning strikes where they swooped down to attack and retreat in a near instant. Prey seized by a Zakaran rock was gripped securely and attacked with bites on the way back to the rock's nest. The rock tried to secure the creature's arms and legs when possible, preventing spell casting in the case of a human or demi-human. Or maybe a demigod, I don't know. The Zakaran's rock's initial swoop attack almost always surprised the target on the first pass. Any seized target able to inflict enough physical harm onto the rock not convince the rock that it was not worth the effort, prompting it to release the target during flight, usually to plummet to their death. Shit, there's no escaping these things. So, they attack like regular raptors, but they give them a ride before they die. So, in the case of Rock versus Periton, who wins? Hands down, this fucking bird, the Rock. Off I go to mount my new feathered steed. Thank you very much. LOL.